I was about 10 minutes into my act. I told a story about talking back to a cop named Alvarez, and I also did this joke.
Sometimes I talk back to cops. I'm still alive because I'm white, but like... Oh, do you not know? Do you not know what's going on? That's a thing. By the way, if anyone's really offended because they're a cop and they're offended that I'm talking about them, I'm talking about the cops that murder people. So if you're offended by that joke, you're a shitty cop. I'm not talking about all cops. There are good cops. There are. They keep quiet though, which bothers me. There's a lot of shit going on right now, and the good cops need to speak up more. Like in every other profession, someone fucks up. Everyone in that profession talks about it. In my profession, we can't wait to talk about it. The second a comic says anything wrong, we're in the back being like, fucking hack, like immediately.
Meanwhile, there was a party of 10 in the front row. 4 of them were super well behaved. But some of them kept talking to each other really loudly, and they were asked to be quiet a couple of times. As you can see, I was getting a little bit distracted.
I have this thing where I don't like people. Some of y'all get it. Some of y'all need to meet more people. For, guys, you're right here in the front row. Thank you. I appreciate that. I disrespected you? Okay. How did I disrespect you? Oh, that's exactly what I wanted. Perfect. That worked out great, actually. That was a weird, like, after-school special moment for a second. I was like, can you please quiet down? Stop disrespecting me! Like, I think a lot of people have disrespected you in order for that chip on your fucking shoulder. Holy shit. Okay. I'm surprised that you guys aren't more with me on this one, by the way. That was fucking weird. I could have been way meaner. I was like, hey, can you keep it down? You don't control me! No, I don't. Sorry. By the way, call your dad. Tell him you love him. Whatever the fuck that was weird. Alright, what was I talking about? Oh, right. I don't like people. So... that was fucking weird. Do you think he took offense to when I said I don't like people? He's like, on behalf of all of us.
Is he still gone?
You said what? Oh, he's a shitty cop. Got it, okay. That's very possible. Shit, was that Alvarez? Did I not recognize him? I guess it's been a couple of months. Maybe I didn't recognize him. Oh my god. That was amazing. I'm gonna let you guys in on what happened. There was some behind the scenes there. So, before the show, because I feel bad right now, because you're a nice dude, and you brought all your friends here, and he came up to me before the show, and he was like, hey man, I really like your stuff, I brought a bunch of my friends. And, guys, whatever the fuck is happening in the back, it can. It can. If we're worried about being disrespected, there's 150 people here right now who are being disrespected. So stop it. Now he's picking a fight with somebody else. This is... oh my god, this is... I think he's mad that the Meghan Trainor show was canceled last night. Maybe he's all about the bass, I don't know. Now, this is the weird thing. It's like awkward in here. Wait, is it still happening? What's happening? What? Why did they go? What just happened? Was that his folks? Was that his dad being like, he does love me, shut up? This is the most, I feel this is so awkward. This is like an uncle just touched us all at once. And we're just like, should we go to Thanksgiving? I don't know. Oh man. I just feel bad. So here's what happened. He came over and he was like, hey, I brought a bunch of my friends to see you. I really enjoy your stuff. And I was like, hey, thanks man, that's really nice of you. And then the dude that I guess felt disrespected came over to me and he was like, you should talk some shit about that guy. And I was like, no, he seems like a really nice guy. And then he was like, you should say shit about him. And I was like, that's not really how this works. And then I went over to the bouncers and was like, this one's gonna be trouble. And I was right. I was right. What's your man? What's your name, man? Jeremy? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a copy of all of my albums after the show, because you're a really nice dude, and the people that you must have picked up at the bus stop or wherever the fuck you got hanging. I don't want him to ruin your night. And you came out and you brought a bunch of friends to see me, and I feel bad about that, because that guy is holy shit. He's gonna go work that off at the gym tomorrow. Aggression! It's gonna be great. Holy shit. Alright, so what was I talking about? Oh, I don't like people. So...
Jeremy was super cool after the show. He insisted on paying for the albums I gave him, and he apologized a bunch. Jeremy, if you're watching this, please know that you are always welcome at my shows, and that guy's actions don't reflect on you whatsoever. Oh, and here's how the show ended.
If you guys enjoyed my set tonight, thank you. If you enjoyed my set tonight, I have 6 different comedy albums. They're all material you did not hear tonight. They're all different from each other. Normally they're $10 a piece, but if you want all 6 of them, I'm giving them to you tonight for 20. And here's why I do that. If you want to say, hey Steve, I support what it is that you do, here's 20 bucks, the least I can do is give you 5.5 hours of entertainment. Or if you got like a really slow friend, it could be like 30 hours of entertainment. 40 hours of entertainment. I'm sorry that I keep going back to it. How do you know him? Oh, they are cops? Holy shit, that's hilarious. Because all I did was say shitty cop stuff, and it was like, I'm a shitty cop, I have to go. The fact that they're cops and they tried to pick fights with people, that's fucking terrifying. Because here's the thing, like, you seem like such nice people. You seem like they're like so polite and great. Are you guys dating? You guys been dating? How long have you been dating? Year and a half. Well, here's the thing. If you do end up together, and you do get married, invite them and not them. Leave them the fuck home. And even if they come, don't let him give the toast. Don't let him speak. Because he's going to start talking and be like, hey, it's actually my wedding right now. Stop disrespecting me! Fuck. Well, I know to drive fucking slowly when I leave. Get pulled over on the merit. It's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad. But yeah, I'm gonna spend the night here and hope that they aren't. That'd be so awkward. Just go to breakfast at the buffet tomorrow and be like, oh, hey, what's up? Hey. Don't shoot. Oh my god. What? Just kidding anyways. No, I meant most of what I said about him.
I've told that cop joke many times, and you know who loves it? Good cops. Because the point of the joke is that bad cops exist, but they're the exception to the rule. You know who hates that joke? Cops who think they're above the law. I found out later that the reason the other couple left was because the older gentleman had been a police officer for 40 years, and he was so angry and disgusted by the younger cop's actions that he had to leave the room to calm down. So to the officer who showed up drunk, stole someone else's drink, tried to pick a fight with strangers, wanted me to insult your friend, and embarrass yourself and your colleagues, I hope you see this when you're sober and you are mortified by your actions. I hope that you learn that to protect and serve doesn't give you the right to bully and intimidate. And I hope you realize that the only person who disrespected you last night was you. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe out there.
Off-duty cop ruins comedy show because he was disrespected. Steve Hofstetter was doing a show at the Mohegan Sun, and one of his jokes was about bad cops. However, on this night a young officer was present in the audience. He was also extremely rude and talked throughout the show, and after hearing the joke, which I will not ruin, so make sure to watch the video, told Hofstetter to stop disrespecting him and proceeded to leave the establishment. His actions were probably the best thing for the comic performing and the audience in attendance. Anyone who has been to a comedy shows knows that there is nothing worse than some whole talking throughout the performance and ruining all of the punchlines. However, instead of just peacefully leaving the comedy room and going elsewhere, the off-duty cop proceeded to shoot his mouth off. steal a drink off someone's table before trying to start a fight. The bouncers started to escort him out, but he broke free of their grasp and charged back into the comedy room and started mouthing off to someone else present in the audience. Steve isn't entirely anti-cop, and he still believes there are good police officers working in the system, but it bothers him that they usually keep quiet. I disagree. If you remain silent in order to toe the thin blue line and cover up for your coworkers' crimes, you are no longer to don the mantle of good cop. Hopefully Hofstadter will come to the same conclusion in the near future and start putting out some Carlin-style anti-establishment comedy. Interestingly enough, there was a retired police officer in the audience, and he also left the show after the joke, but not for reasons one would assume. It turned out that he was a 40-year veteran, and the behavior of this young officer was so appalling he had to leave the room in order to calm down. The police in the US have a serious issue with their perception of respect. Someone can't even do their job without the police getting butthurt that they made fun of their profession. In fact, the feels were so real the officer felt he needed to disrespect the entire room with his outburst, steal a patron's drink and assault other members of the audience. Who was really the disrespectful individual in this video, the comedian or the cop?